Hello everyone, it's me Garrett Zima from Halloween Manti, and today I want to make a video about my screen used hero Leprechaun costumes worn by Warwick Davis. These were used in a couple different films throughout the franchise, and today I wanted to make a video explaining which parts they were used in. I'm going to start with this one first since it's the most complete. There are replica elements to this, so the white collared shirt, and the socks are not original. I just added those just to complete the display. And this is a custom mannequin that I assembled and put together based on the specs and the height of Warwick Davis. So it kind of looks like he's, an invisible Warwick is wearing it. So the jacket was made and used in Leprechaun 3. And this particular jacket was used in the scene where Fazio gets cut up. Now, it's probably been used in more scenes than that, but basically I've came to the conclusion based on the blood, especially on this side where he probably had, the chainsaw. And this was also reused in Leprechaun 4, so they actually sewed on different cuffs. So if you look on the inside, it's hard to see in the video, but there's actually another ribbing in here or collar that they removed because it probably had a ton of blood on it. And then they put this cuffing on when they reused it in Leprechaun 4. But basically, in a nutshell, the jacket was used in the third film, and then it was reused in the fourth film. The vest was made and used for Leprechaun 3, and then it did get reused in Leprechaun 4 in a couple shots. So there's actually a hole in the back of it and a hole or an opening in the front where you can see Leprechaun blood from when he gets stabbed by the assistant. And it's also used when he's getting ejected out of the spaceship when he's flying off at the end of the film. So this is the golden scarf, or they call it the ascot. I could be completely pronouncing that incorrectly. But this particular scarf was used in Leprechaun 3, 4, and 5. All right, so moving to his little pants or shorts, or whatever you want to call them. These were used in Leprechaun 3, and then they were reused in Leprechaun 4. The buttons were swapped out with Leprechaun 4 style buttons, which I'll kind of get into on the other costume. A cool thing about the shoes is they were used in 3, 4, 5, and 6. When they got to Leprechaun 6, the costume had changed and they wanted to kind of change up the shoes as well, and they cut off the original buckles and they put these buckles on. You can still screen match the shoes, especially in Leprechaun 3 when the Elvis impersonator is complimenting the leprechaun on his shoes. You can see all the creases in the stitching match. Obviously, the buckles are different, but everything about the tongue and the tails all match up to 3, 4, 5, and 6. So this is my favorite piece. If you have anything from the Leprechaun films, you have to have one of Warwick's hats. And this one was made for Leprechaun 4, and then it was reused in Leprechaun in the Hood. And from my research, it appears that there were 2 hats made for the film, and this is the only one that currently exists or surfaced. They went through a real custom hat maker that built the hat, and then production made the buckle and belt for the hat. So this is my second costume. It was used in Leprechaun 4, and then it was reused in Leprechaun in the Hood. And what I was saying about them buttons, you can see those buttons are identical. So they swapped out the buttons on this one to make it look like the Leprechaun 4 costume, so it all kind of matched. But you can see some differences in the vest, even in the buttons here on the jacket. You can see how they look a little bit different. But this was screen matched through half of Leprechaun 4, and then this was the only costume that was used in Leprechaun 5. This was the other material I got from the seller. It's an original Leprechaun 4 script, and then these were prop tags or costume tags that were pinned to the costume. Even shows here the lab coat from Leprechaun 3 when he's in the hospital. And then included a Polaroid from Leprechaun 3 where you can see he's in the pawn shop. and then the other 3 are from Leprechaun 4. So that's pretty much it on these Leprechaun outfits. I wanted to make a video so that eventually if I pass these on, whoever owns them next can kind of watch this video and have a better understanding of the history of them and which parts they were used in. So thanks for watching, everyone, and I hope you have a happy St. Paddy's Day.